Good morning, Antioch. How's everyone doing today? Well, today is Plus One Sunday. We're so excited to see what God's going to do. We're just believing for a powerful time in worship today. And Pastor Dorman is going to be sharing the word. So we are excited of the word he's going to bring and really just excited to see what God's going to do in the midst of all of this. What I wanted to talk to you about today, though, is something that may seem a little bit strange. But this here, if you don't, I'm sure you can see it in there, but it is a paper straw. So now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying paper straws are terrible. I understand with their purpose. I get the fact that they're much better for the environment, way better for the environment. But these things don't last. And it's funny, if you leave them in your drink for a little while and come back again to try to have some, they deteriorate. They can't seem to hold up, and that's their whole purpose, right? That they are trying so that they will disintegrate, and it's much better for the environment. But I began to think about this. Right now, one of the greatest commodities on the earth right now is joy. It may sound strange, but it's joy. And happiness is a real poor excuse for joy. Happiness is something that can seem to disintegrate, kind of like this straw, real quick. And it can be really based upon how we're feeling, how our environment is, so I said in kids ministry last week, we were talking about some of this stuff, and I said to them, if I gave you all $100, and their eyes lit up, situational happiness, but that stuff takes off pretty quickly too. And it's that sense of the difference between happiness and joy. Joy is not something from circumstances, but joy is something that comes from the Father. It comes from the Holy Spirit. It is this, and I have been saying, Lord, I need more joy. Of course, we love happiness as well, but we need more joy because I need to be a good conduit for you, Lord. I need to transfer joy everywhere I go. And if all I'm doing is transferring from my happiness, and if that runs out or gets a little soggy like this straw is, I'm not going to be able to bring that happiness anywhere. But joy is completely different. And I want to challenge you this week, all week long, that let's spread some joy. Let's ask even the Holy Spirit. Spend some time with Him in the morning and saying, Holy Spirit, I'm asking you, fill me up with joy today. I want to be one who overflows. I want to drip it. I want it everywhere I go. I want it to be. And we know, I don't know if you're like me or not, but you know that that's not something that is just because of circumstances. That's only because the God of the universe lives inside of you. So my challenge for us today, even and for the rest of this week, is to be able to say, Holy Spirit, fill me up with joy, because boy, the world around me right now, they need this joy. They need Jesus that is inside of me to be presented to them in a way that brings life to them. And that only happens when we are filled with joy and we are these powerful conduits that bring it. So there's your challenge. We're going to go into worship in a little while. Thank you for spending time with us today. We love you guys. If you're new to us, just connect with us. Say, hey, how you doing? Fill out our digital connect card, which you'll talk about. We'll see in the service a little later on. We'd just like to know that you're there with us and you're to get to know you a little.